Hi guys, this is Teacher Pepe speaking again, and today we are going to learn about the kingdom number 2, which is the plant kingdom. Plant kingdom formed by plants, and as you know, plants have cells with a rigid cell wall because they are plants, and the main parts of the plants are roots, stems, leaves, and also flowers. Okay, roots, stems, leaves, and also flowers. How do plants reproduce? There are two options. There are two ways of plant reproduction: sexual reproduction and asexual reproduction. Let's start with this sexual reproduction. They are called flowering plants because they have flowers. Okay, so the sexual reproduction plants are called flowering plants because they have flowers, and they reproduce using seeds. There are two types of flowering plants: angiosperms and gymnosperms. Angiosperms, they have fruits and the seeds are inside the fruits. Gymnosperms, on the other hand, they have cones like a pine tree. They have cones, and inside the cones we can find the seeds. Let's go to the other part here. Asexual reproduction. They are also called non-flowering plants because they don't have any flowers. These are plants that they don't have any flowers, and they reproduce using spores. For example, ferns and mosses. Ferns and mosses, they reproduce using spores, and they don't have any flowers. They are asexual reproduction plants. So, talking about sexual reproduction, here you can see the cone. When the cone is closed, the seeds are inside and they are immature seeds. Then the seeds become mature seeds, and the cone opens and the seeds go down. The seeds fall. And here with fruits, angiosperms, fruit plants, they have the seeds inside the fruit. They have seeds inside the fruit, and when the fruit goes to the floor, falls to the floor, the seeds stay in the soil. On the other hand, here on the right, asexual reproduction. As we said, ferns and mosses, they reproduce by using spores. Here you can see in these leaves of the fern, you can see the spores. Plant nutrition now. Plant nutrition. How do plants eat? How do plants take the food? So what they do is called the photosynthesis process. Photosynthesis process. So plants make their own food. They don't go hunting. No, they make their own food, and they do it through the photosynthesis process. Photosynthesis process. It is a process where the plants need sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and minerals and nutrients from the soil. They need sunlight, carbon dioxide, water, and minerals and nutrients from the soil. And with these four ingredients, they produce their food, which is this glucose. They produce their food, and they also produce oxygen. This is why the photosynthesis process is also really important, because they produce oxygen. So this is a diagram, a picture of this photosynthesis process. So the plant takes takes the light from the sun, the sunlight. With the leaves, they take the carbon dioxide, and with the roots, they have the water and minerals from the soil. Okay, so with all these ingredients, they do the photosynthesis process, and they produce their own food, which is sugar, it is glucose, which is in the fruit, and they also produce oxygen. Finally, why is photosynthesis so important? Let's read it here. Every animal needs oxygen to live. Animals and we humans, we also need oxygen to live. And in this process of the plants produce oxygen. So they are good for us, animals and humans. Plants produce oxygen and consume carbon dioxide. They consume carbon dioxide. This is why photosynthesis is such an important process.